At Halliburton Highlands Brewing, we recognized that going forward and creating a larger brewery operation, water management was going to become a very important factor. We are on a well system. We are not on any municipal treatment systems. We have to monitor what's coming in and what's going out. So we pull our water from our well and run through a treatment system using ozone. That gives us the opportunity to really clean out the water, sterilize it, make sure the water's in good condition. A lot of different filtration systems can use a lot of water for back flushing and various different operations. We've specifically used a system that does not pull out excess water just to maintain the system. The only water that comes through here is processed water. This is also a system that can be used down the road in wastewater management. Water is just the most important ingredient that you have in your beer. We come up with great recipes, but if you don't have water, you're not getting beer. One of the most important processes in brewing is cooling wort so that we can get that into a fermenter and put yeast in. That presents a challenge from a water use perspective, and we use this as an opportunity to get both energy savings and water savings. As cold water is used to run through our heat exchanger, the warm wort runs through in an opposite direction and runs into our fermenter, but that water, typically coming out of a heat exchanger, can sometimes end up down the drain. In this particular system, this is a sanitary chilling system. The cold water coming from one of our tanks cools the wort, runs up this pipe and back into our hot water tank, allowing us to recapture that. So we've used that water once for chilling, and then we will use it again for the brewing process the following day. Free energy and reuse of water. Once the brewing process is complete, we're left with a collection of both liquid and solid material in our kettle, commonly known as trub. It's a complex of proteins and hop material that have been cooked out of the beer in our process. Many times, that material just comes straight down a drain into your floor drain and out into your septic system or into your municipal system. Here at Halliburton Highlands Brewing, we are incorporating a filter barrel that we've designed ourselves, and basically we can capture all of the material coming out of our drains into this barrel, allow it to settle and sediment, separating the liquid from the solid material. The solid material is reusable either in composting, or it can actually be added into your spent grains going out the door to farms. During our boil process in Brew, normally we would have a chimney stack which runs up to our ceiling and puts out vapor and condensation into the environment, both as aroma and steam. In this system, we're capturing all of the steam coming up into a large pipe. That pipe runs down into a vapor condensate stack where the vapor, the steam, condenses back into a liquid, which can then just be dropped, unfortunately, into the drain at this stage. This is an opportunity, though, for us to capture heat. While the vapor is condensing in this pipe, there's a great amount of heat in here. We run cold water from our well and filter system through coils inside the vapor condensate stack. That water is heated up nearly to boiling and is then collected in our hot liquor tank for the next day brew. Just another opportunity to use every bit of energy that we're putting into our system. Our trench drain system allows us to collect and capture all of the water running out into our septic system. All of our processed water does run down through a trench drain. In the bottom of the trench drain, we have baskets with filter screens, and rather than running this straight into our septic system, we are running into a separate holding tank where we can monitor what's happening in our wastewater before putting it out into a septic system or treating it for further use. One of the final stages of making beer is the fermentation. At the end of fermentation, though, yeast that has been converting sugars into alcohol and carbon dioxide, as they finish their job, they are collecting at the bottom of our conical fermenter. The typical way to manage that yeast is to open your drain, letting this thick slurry of yeast run onto your floor, down your drain, and into your systems or into the city systems. That's not a feasible solution for us here. We do have a separate holding tank where we can capture all of the slurry coming from the bottom of this tank into this holding tank where we can manage it for future projects.